everyone, this is Direwolf20 and welcome to episode 100 dun, 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 of FTB Interactions. It is episode 100 and I am crafting up a storm, let me tell you. I'm currently working on great machine casings, which weren't too bad, assembly lines, which I made a few extra of by mistake, not terribly, like a little bit extra of. And I'm working on assembler machine casings now. We can see a lot of crafting goes into those. But everything's behaving pretty well for the most part. This machine comes up every now and then, but that's about it. Everything else seems to be pretty stable. I think last episode I mentioned that my chemical reactor was gumming up. I fixed that, so he should be now resolved and behaving himself. So that's pretty cool. Waiting on the last bits of crafting because I'm making today the assembly line, which is the big multi-block assembly machine. So let's review what I've been working on between episodes. So I made last episode the assembly line. This episode I made solid steel machine casings. We need 10 of those. Not bad, just steel frames and steel plates, right? So if we look at the multi-block pattern here, I've been kind of just going down the line. So I've got solid steel machine casings times 10, right? And then I made some import buses and export buses. So I made one input bus EV, so it can hold 25 items. One output bus EV, so it can hold 25 items. And then 3 input hatches for fluids. I'm hoping that that's right. Then we'll be able to put 3 different types of fluid into this machine all at once. And that'll be cool. I made 10 reinforced glass. There's my 10 solid steel machine casings. There's my 10 machine gratings. We've also got the assembly line casings, which look good. That is what's going to be. So if we check out layer 2, we'll see we need the reinforced glass and the assembly line casings. Then the grate machine casings. Here's the 5 assembly machine casings that I'm making. What's an assembly? Oh, that's the. Oh, I only need 4 of those. Oh, well, that's cool. I made an extra one by mistake. Whoops. That's the actual assembly line itself. So that's the brains of the operation. So I guess I need 4, not 5 of those machines. I'm making a few extra things by mistake. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 EV energy input hatches. Cool. So how's all my crafting coming along? Everything's behaving itself? I mean, yeah. You know me, I get excited when these things behave themselves, because machines that gum up is definitely a nuisance, and I think we've got it all working. The only thing, like I said, that gums up every now and then is the advanced chemical bath, which I might go ahead and fix that now. So let's get a chest for this dude. And I'll just show you guys how I've been fixing this when it happens. It depends on a lot of variables, right? But basically, what we want to do is have the crafting buffer upgrade. And you guys have seen me fix this before, right? It's not anything, earth-shatteringly new. Are these satellites? Yes. So we go over here to the advanced chemical bath, right? This is the one that gums up. We pop down this dude. We're going to drop one of these into it. Boom. We're going to put a slightly larger chest on top. And then I'm going to take out... there's fluid crafting upgrades on you all, aren't there? Yes, there are advanced chemical baths. Fluid crafting upgrades? Really? On all of you? Huh. That's kind of annoying. You need radon. I thought you were dumping in from the adjacent doohickey. Epoxy resin. Yeah, you're not actually dumping in from the adjacent one, so maybe I won't change this up. I don't think, and I might be mistaken, maybe you can, maybe there is a way to do it, but I don't know if there's a way to do the fluid upgrade dudes. So, we'll see. Let's put away all this junk that's in my inventory, because boy do I have a lot. Carbon dust. I had that because I needed more raw carbon fibers. I think what I should do is finish that up. Whoops, wrong thing. Yeah, we were getting low on this stuff. Beautiful. Okay, now did you finish your crafting? You did! Awesome. So that's one more of these that I really needed, but it's fine. Sort you, and then the last thing we're going to need is EV input hatches. And we're going to need 5 of these. Beautiful. All right, look at that go. Look at her go. All right, we'll come back in a minute here once this is all crafted, and then we're going to look at actually setting up this this multi-block, right? So I'm trying to decide where he's going to live. I have no idea at this exact moment where I'm going to place him. I mean, I could slap him down right here. Wouldn't be the end of the world. It feels like it's going to be a large multi-block though. So like, should I put him outside? Because we definitely want to tap him into the EV power line, which, you know, Direwire has made this a little bit of a mess. But like, we could stick him over here. That might not be the end of the world. That might not be the end of the world. Let me get a building gadget. I don't have a building gadget on me. Let me go get a building gadget. And then let me also get some more factory blocks. Ugh, we're a little bit low on factory blocks, but I should have enough. That should do, right? And then we could lay him out right here. And then we could tap his power, because the power goes into the top, right? So we could run Enderium cables over this way, and that would be kind of cool. I like that plan. So while that stuff is cooking, let's start this party, right? So the base of your assembly line is going to be the solid steel machine casings with the buses in the middle. So let's start him like, I'm thinking here-ish. This should be cool. And then we're going to want input hatch for fluids. I'm going to put you with 3 in the middle. And then the output bus can be what's going to effectively be the back. And the input bus can be here. Cool. And then we want assembly lines on top of that, right? Yep. And then the glass on either side. Okay. And then we've got the assembly line is going to go in the front with assembler casings behind it. So I'm going to call this the front. I don't know if it matters if there's an actual front or not, but we'll find out. And then U10 go here. And then we just need the 5 EV inputs, right? Did I do 5 or 4? I think I did 5. I did. Hooray. And then we're going to find out if this can do IV tier or LUV tier craftings, right? Because that would be cool if it could. Invalid structure. Explain what's invalid about it. Do I need 4 input buses? Because the assembly line needs fluids, right? Like, I'm not too crazy about that. Right? It definitely needs fluid inputs for some stuff. So I feel like, do what now? Let's just revalidate this, right? So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 solid steel machine casings with all the buses on the bottom. And even though the JEI lookup shows it's all input buses, like for items, I don't think that's what it should be. Right? And then assembly line layer 2 is all reinforced glass. Makes sense. All assembly line casings. Looks good. Great machine casings. Assembler machine casings with the assembly line in the front. And then energy input hatches on the top, ×5. Yes, this should be valid. I don't know what's wrong. To the Googles. All right, guys, I'm going to try switching something up here. I'm going to match the way JEI has the buses. So this was output. These are input hatches, and that's a bus. So I'm going to replace these 3 with LV buses like JEI has. And then we're going to try something out. So I think the assembly line can actually be a variable size. Invalid structure still. That's exactly how JEI has it, though. Input bus EV. Unless he can't really accept EV input buses. But I gotta imagine he can, right? Right, because we got output bus, input, 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 input. And the output is on the opposite side from the assembly line. Not that I think that matters, but you know. I've got my 5 energy input hatches up there. This really should work. Am I completely being dopey or what? Looks right. You don't think it needs to be an LV input bus, right? I mean, I made an extra one just in case. So we could try that. Just in case. Nope, still invalid structure. All right, guys, so I'm going to try ULV because that's what it shows on JEI, and that's what I'm being told we might need to do. Let's take a quick nap here. So I had to go manually create the ULV machine casings because I don't have anything ULV automated. Now, the annoying part is that means auto crafting with this thing is going to be a nuisance, is the gist. All right, so that, hooray! Oh, and it's IV tiered. Okay, good to know. Good to know, IV tiered. But that's with the EV circuit. So like if I put, so here's the deal. I think I can do this. Let's find out. I'm gonna get 2 IV, because I think I've got 2 of these already actually. So give me those. Remember I made those for the purpose of using in my multi-block doohickey. And yeah, let's do this, hold on. So I think, let's just test a few things. I think I can replace these with fluid inputs. And you should still be valid? Yes, good. Now I can also replace these with solid steel machine casings. Yes, cool. Now I was told that I can, if I made 8 deep and made them all EV, it would be LUV, but I think it will be easier to do IV tiered. And now we've got LUV assembly line. Beautiful. So now we just need LUV cabling, which is the stellar alloy one. We run that over from our stuff, and I'm gonna call that an LUV tiered thingy-mabobber. So where's my cables? Stellar alloy. That's the IV tiered one. Okay. Now you are IV output. Is that right? Insane voltage output. Is that really right? Is it? I guess so. Yeah. Okay, cool. So then all we need to do is tap into that bad boy. And now he's got power, right? How cool is that? And now we can look at making system on a chip stuff. That is cool beans. So let's test it first to make sure I'm right about this, right? So there's a few circuits that we're gonna want to make system on a chip wise, right? One of these quest lines shows it. So we want the SOC wafer and the ASOC wafers. Did we make those? I kind of forget. I feel like we did. You know what? I think we made the laser engraver so we can make power IC wafers, right? And I remember now, hold on. We wanted 2 more EV laser engravers, right? 3 small piles of neodymium dust and some more epoxy resin, which means, look who expanded his seeds. Yeah, he did. All right, so that's what we're gonna need to do. Back in a minute once I take care of that. And we'll have to figure out neodymium. I'm sure there's something somewhere I can get. All right, guys, got it sorted out. So what happened was we ran out of rare earths, and as a result, the machine making rare earths didn't know where to put them because we have a quicksort module in there. So I changed my provider module to leave 1 item per stack, and that'll always leave 1 rare earth in there. And then now you can see we're making more neodymium, and I made the same setting for neodymium because that one we ran out of as well. And now we should be cool. So what was I making? What was I doing again? Oh yeah, 2 of these. So 1, 2. Hooray! All right, let's make ourselves a couple of advanced precision lasers. Nice. So system on a chip. We want the SoC and the ASOC, right? This, and then we're going to want SoC wafers and ASOC wafers, right? So this one needs a yellow garnet lens, and this one needs a topaz lens. Yellow garnet lens would be yellow garnet plate, which needs a cutting saw of yellow garnet, which is yellow garnets, which I'm guessing is the autoclave-ish. Implosion compressor? I don't like the sound of that. We might have some garnets ore, and if that's the case, we'll just process it a little differently. But what's your deal? Implosion compressor can make the things that I want. Let's see if we got any ore. We do have some yellow garnet ore. Nice. Let's run it through. Can you be starlighted? You cannot. Hellfire kiln can turn it directly in. I can smelt it directly into yellow garnets. Well then, never mind. That makes my life a little bit easier, doesn't it? I thought we would have to do all this complicatedness, and then it turns out, nope, you're good. Well, actually, no, because we want the block form of it, right? So, compress. We're going to want 9 of these, so I want 2 more. That makes life... Well, I wasn't going to do all 24, but okay. Might as well do it all. I mean, I can always go mine more if I need to, right? Okay. So let's sort you back. This is like the first time I've ever needed to worry about yellow garnet. So I'm not all that concerned about it. So then you can compressor your way to the win. A couple people suggested, by the way, that I put lubricant in my advanced cutting machine to make it run a little bit faster. Not a bad idea. Not a bad idea. Not gonna lie, not a terrible one. Did I see sparkles over here? Must have just been seeing stuff. All right, so there's your yellow garnet. Right? And then AOC is going to be topaz lens. Topaz lens. Do we have any topaz? Topaz, topaz, topaz. Yes. And what do you smelt into? So you can squeezer. So you're not a direct smelt either. So if I want topaz gem, I can autoclave purified topaz ore or topaz dust. Cool. Cool. That should be cool, right? So this one we can use the dust in the autoclaving bit. As of episode 100, I probably should have had this automated by now. But, you know, things always get in the way. Alright, autoclave, where are you? That would be you, sir. Nice. Okay. And there's no reason to automate all these recipes, because I feel like I'm probably only going to ever make this once in my entire Minecraft career here. I will never ever need to make this again. So let's see, that'll turn into that. Then we can cutting machine it. Then we can lathe one of them. And that, my friends, is a win. All right. So then next step, put all this away. We're going to take our 2 EVs and our Enderium cable here. And we're probably going to need... Let's do logistics chassis mark 1s. If it turns out that we need these lasers for anything more than that, then, you know, we will make it so. But until I've found proof that we need that, we won't do that. So you'll be topaz, you'll be yellow garnet. We're going to do this. Right? So yellow garnet is going to do SOC wafers times 2. Right? So you're going to be a recipe. SOC wafers times 2 is going to be 1 Naquita doped wafer. Right? And that's it, with a yellow garnet lens. Cool. And then you are going to be, I presume, 1 Naquita doped wafer. With the topaz lens, we'll make 1 advanced system on a chip, 1 ASOC. Right? So 1 Naquita doped is 1 ASOC wafer. Cool. Looks good to me. All right. And then over here for the cutting machine recipe, we're going to want 2 more of these, right? 1, 2. Okay. You're going to be an ASOC wafer. Will turn into how many ASOCs? 6 ASOCs. So ASOC wafer is going to be 6 ASOC, right? 6 ASOC from an ASOC wafer. And then an SOC wafer will turn on to 6 as well. Sweet. All right. So now let's do this. Let's do... I'm going to request 1 wafer of each for quest purposes so that I can have it in my inventory and mark the quest complete. Cool. And that should not be a problem. That should actually be pretty easy to make happen. Nice. That is cool beans. Easy, right? This was the easy part. The hard part was the LUV tier assembler, but we have that now, so that's going to be cool. Here they come. Hooray, quest complete. Hooray, quest complete. You know what? I'm just going to go cutting machine them right now. Just a little tick. A little tick. Hooray, quests complete. Nice. All right, so that marks out these 4 down here. And that gets me some more wafers, which is cool. I will definitely take the more wafers. So now, let's look at how we might automate the assembly machine. All right, so these are the 4 processors that we're going to want. These 3 come from system on a chip, and this one comes from advanced system on a chip. Now, here's the tricky part, right? Here's the tricky part. These dudes down here. Right, so here's your input bus LUV. These guys only have 1 slot each, and the multi-block needs ULV input buses. So when we create these recipes, we're going to have to set them up properly. Now, I really hope I'm right about this. Let's do chassis pipes. How am I for satellite pipes? I've got, I don't think any. So give me like 10 of those. There's like an advanced satellite dude, isn't there? I feel like there is. So module upgrade module, isn't there like an advanced satellite? Upgrade? Yeah. I wonder if I can do that in the logistics, in the this dude, in the crafting manager. I wonder if there's a way to do that. Result, there's some satellites. Yeah, I wonder if Crafting Manager can handle that. That would be cool if it could. I'm just saying that would be cool if it could. Alright, you guys have some things crafting, right? Yeah. Have fun, everybody. Everybody's behaving, right? Hope so. Either that or something's gummed up somewhere. Usually it's this guy. He ain't blinking though, so I think we're okay. Yep, here they come. Everything was just en route. Nice. Let's try it with the Crafting Manager. And if it doesn't work, then we know it doesn't work and we'll change gears a little bit, right? So we're going to have the result logistics pipe chilling here. Okay, we're going to have the Crafting Manager chilling here. And I'm going to put this guy on you. And I'm going to hope that there's a way I don't know if there's a way. Because you've got this dude, right? And that's your module upgrade modules. That's definitely not it. Maybe it's like a middle click? Open config, pick up upgrade from slot 1, open config? Well, that's not it either. I'm trying things. Oh, hello, left click did something. Oh, so that means I can actually do the same with fluid upgrades, doesn't it? That is cool. That is cool. Would you look at that? Oh my. Oh my. That is cool. All right, so down here then, right, we're going to have, where did we go? I'm lost. I'm lost in my own museum. Help. All right, so over here, we're going to have, you know what I should have brought was some basic and unrouted pipes. Would have been smart. One of those things I generally have on me, but forgot to bring this time. Okay, so the way to automate this now is very clear, right? Very, very clear. So we would have an unrouted pipe here and here, because remember, this is your output bus. We don't want a router there. And then we want satellite pipes 1, 2, 3, 4, right? And then you are going to be assembly line 1. You are going to be assembly line 2. You are going to be assembly line 3. And you are going to be assembly line 4. Cool. And then over here, what we can do on this recipe dude is the following. We're going to select assembly line 1, assembly line 2, and assembly line 3. So this particular recipe, the advanced circuit parts, of which we are going to be making 4, is going to be an SoC, a plastic circuit board, and 2 fine copper wire. But then we also need molten tin. So we'll have to deal with that in a minute. Or soldering alloy, but we're going to do molten tin, right? So SoC, plastic board, 2 fine copper wire, right? So fine copper wire we'll put here. SoC we'll put here. And plastic circuit board we will put here, right? So SoC, plastic circuit board, 2 fine copper wire. And then we just have to figure out how we're going to do the fluid bits. But that shouldn't be too bad. That shouldn't be too bad, right? And that's how you do that. Cool? I like that. I like that a lot, actually. That makes that super cool. All right, so then here, we're going to do something similar. So you left click to insert the module, right? And then you're going to be assembly line 1, 2, and 3. And we'll do integrated processors, right? So those, the system on a chip upgrade version, is 1 SoC, plastic circuit board, 2 fine red alloy wire, right? fine red alloy wire times 2, an SoC, and a plastic circuit board. Cool. Look how much cheaper that is. If you really think about it, that's like way cheaper and easier to make compared to like this recipe, right? That is awesome. Cool. So then now we want you with a left click. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and you're going to be a nano processor. Okay, and that is going to be SoC epoxy and 2 fine electrum. Okay, so SoC epoxy circuit board and 2 fine electrum. Cool. And then the final recipe that we need to do, right, is going to be assembly line 1, 2, 3. Will be the quantum processor, whose recipe will be a SoC, fiber, and fine platinum. A SoC, fiber, and fine platinum times 2. How cool is that? So now let's go remove them from the auto crafting recipes that we have up here somewhere. So I think all of you are in this. So you and you can definitely come out. Right? And for the moment I'm going to put you in here just in case. And then I think over here we've got a couple of them. Here's that guy. So which one am I missing? Integrated maybe? That would be an MV tier assembler. That might be back here-ish. Neither one of them. It might be this guy. One of these dudes might be it. Nope. Maybe this guy? That's that one. Hey, there we go. Top one. Boom. That's it. Right? And now we can replace all these shenanigans level recipes with much simpler crafting. So now all we gotta do is connect this dude. And the other thing I'd like to do is connect this guy up and use my chisel to make this into a crafting buffer upgrade, which we will install on this dude. I'm gonna put you here. How does that sound? And your buffering can be blocking mode, wait for empty inventory. I like that. I like that. So now all we need to do, you are a unrouted transport pipe, sir. Let's make you a basic. And everybody's online now. Sweet. So should we test it? I think we're going to test it right now. I think as we speak, we're going to test this thing. So I'm going to sort you guys. I'm going to sort you guys. And now if I want a quantum processor, right, he should be able to do that. And let's test it out. Boy, I hope this works. Request. Missing one quantum processor. Nano processor? Missing one nano processor. Do what now? Oh, you know what? Hold on. Did I set these guys? I did not. Hang on. You're going to be assembly line 01. That might be why. That might be why? Do I need to set the default? Maybe. Assembly line 01. And I'm going to do here, I'm going to do the assembly line. And let's see if nanos will work now on the request. Hooray! Processor request successful. What are you doing here? Nobody invited you to this party. That's right, you're offline. Now, I think this is all the stuff coming in. It looks like it is. Looks like it is buffering the SoC and that. We're just waiting on the one circuit board. Nice. The buffering's working, so that's cool. Circuit board should not be too long. I wouldn't think. I would hope. Come on, circuit board, let's go. It's dire testing time. That might be it. That's it. Boom, and then they're gonna go where they belong. You are probably running, maybe? Oh, right, we needed the metal bit. We needed the metal bit. We need a bucket's worth of liquid tin. Let's do that manually real quick. Is it 1 bucket's worth or 2? One ingot's worth, I mean. 1 ingot's worth of liquid tin. We're gonna have to sort that out. That shouldn't be a problem, though. That should be easily doable, right? Fluid extractor U, give me that liquid tin, please. And you should be working. Not for nothing, but you should be working right now. Because you've got an SoC, you've got an epoxy circuit board, and you've got fine electrum wire. 2 fine electrum wire, epoxy circuit board, SoC, molten tin. Why you no work? Two fine electrum wire, epoxy circuit board, SoC. That should be good. Molten tin. So not cool.
Unit offline.
That's right, unit offline. Huh? Why does this not work? This actually really should be working. Okay. Because it's LUV tier, right? So we've got that. We've got the 144 molten tin. And one of these dudes, it doesn't matter which. Yeah. That should be cool beans. Does this need like a redstone signal or something to run? Well, big oofs is all I got to say about this. I don't think this works. Today I learned. I was under the impression that the assembly line could do all the things that the assemblers could do, but maybe not. I'm actually thinking maybe not. I was under the impression it could. I was very under that impression. But I'm thinking that may no longer be the case, because this just ain't working. It just ain't working. I tried all kinds of things, and it just will not do its thing. So I feel like this is a bummer. I'm glad that I saved those other recipes, though, because it means I can go put them back where they belong. But still, super annoying. Ow. Speaking of super annoying, not cool. Not cool. Alright, so what I'm thinking I'll do then is place these 4 back. That's a bummer, man. But the assembly line, I guess, is going to be used for other stuff at some point in the future. But that said, I think it's wrapping up point. So for now, Darryl20 signing off. Disappointed that the assembly line did not make the things I wanted it to make. But, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? What I am going to do is probably make my IV assembler here be the one in charge of making all 4 of these. I'll just have to change. You're going to have to be IV fluid extract here. Cool. And that'll just make this processing, right? IV fluid extract. That should make this processing just a little bit quicker. IV fluid extract. IV fluid extract. That should be cool. So at least I didn't, have to redo those. I see something inside me was like, let's just be safe and not clear out those recipe cards until we know that this is going to work. And I'm glad that I chose to do that. All right, wrapping up point. Dollar20 signing off. Hope you guys enjoyed episode 100. We got the thing built, so that's what's important, right? And that'll let us get into some further stuff. But for now, we'll wrap up and we'll come back next time and see what our next steps in progressing in this pack are. All right, guys. Oh, and I have to do a world download for you guys. I know I haven't done world downloads in like many episodes. I've got them all backed up, but like with the CurseForge transition to Overwolf and all that other stuff, I was and things going and stuff and shenanigans going on, I just didn't get a chance to upload them. So I will make sure to upload episode 100 for you guys here at least, so you can check out the world as it exists right now. All right, guys, take it easy.